Okay, so we had our first Sync Connect session this last Saturday with Trevor Llewellyn of Get It Done Music, and we had 5 members submit their tracks, and of the 5, 3 members actually were directly connected with Trevor. So immediately after the session, because he heard their music and he thought that there was certainly potential with them, I personally made that connection happen so that those 3 producers are now directly working with Trevor in a way that they find mutually beneficial. This is the power of Sync Connect, and this is exactly why I put this service together. I wanted to have a sort of direct line of communication between you, the producers, the composers, and the decision makers, which is usually on our side of the business, the library CEOs, which can also be music supervisors, and we're going to have them a part of this as well. But as a first session, it was extremely, extremely successful. And the 2 members that did not get accepted onto Trevor's album or into his catalog got some great helpful feedback from Trevor in terms of what they can do to up their chances of getting accepted by him in the future. And that's really where this service is going to shine for a lot of you guys, because up until now, if you've sent your music to a library, you've probably gotten ghosted, no reply at all, or the canned response, which is thanks so much, but it's just not the right fit for us, or we're not taking on composers right now, or something like that, which doesn't really give you any insights as to how you can better pitch your music in the future. Maybe there was something you could do to improve. Maybe your tracks really just weren't the right fit for them. But one way or another, you don't really have those insights. You don't have that certainty as to what to do better next time. Now you do, okay, with Sync Connect, and as all the members that signed in and joined us for that live session, and for all the members that were able to go watch the replay afterwards, which, by the way, all of you guys get access to that with your Sync Connect membership. You, basically around 70 or 80 of you at this point, are getting the direct insights that nobody else is getting in this industry. Okay, so everybody else is essentially going to websites and doing their best guessing in terms of what these libraries might be looking for, what could be useful for their clients, listening to their music, trying to get your stuff on par with them. But there might be a whole bunch of stuff happening in the background in these CEOs' lives and in their businesses that is radically shifting what their focus is going to be. And, spoiler alert, that's exactly what we learned with Trevor and GID with his company, is that he is definitely looking at the Hollywood strikes. He's looking at AI and, stuff that he's not necessarily always updating his website with. He's definitely starting to position his company in unique ways to be able to take advantage of the coming changes in our industry. So this is the kind of direct one-on-one feedback and consultation and insights you can get with Sync Connect. What I'm going to share with you in this video is a little compilation of what we did last Saturday. I'm also going to show you the sort of 3 members that got accepted. I won't play their tracks here on YouTube, but you can at least see how Trevor responded to their tracks and how he was delightfully ready to want to work with them. And also, you'll get a little bit of an idea of the kinds of insights that you can get on these calls when you join us, okay? So this Saturday is our second library CEO. It's going to be Pat Finnegan of FlickTracks. FlickTracks is an amazing company. I have many of you guys have already been accepted by him. I've recommended their company for many of you guys over the years. So now we're going to get to know exactly what's going on in Pat's world, what kinds of decisions they're making, how they see the coming Hollywood strikes, the coming AI technology, how they're going to be adjusting to those, disruptions in our industry, and how you, the composer, the producer, the music creator, can position yourself in the most effective way possible. Okay, so I think we're down to around 20 spots that I'm going to be offering that initial 100 spots, 40% discounted rate, $24.99 a month. And you get also a discount on submitting your tracks to the CEOs. It's actually just $75. Usually it'll be $100 if you are not a member. Okay. Those membership numbers, or those spots that are available, are probably going to be going by Saturday, I'm going to guess. Not for sure, but they've been going fairly quickly, as I anticipated they would. So don't miss out on this next session. You certainly can sign up today. Join us for that session on Saturday with Pat at FlickTracks. And also, in the meantime, go watch Trevor's full, it was about an hour and a half Zoom session with all of our questions, with all of our track reviews, and all of the questions from the chat were answered by him. So you can still watch the replays of all of these CEOs. But you definitely don't want to miss out on another CEO session that's coming up this coming Saturday. So I'm going to pass it over to myself now and over to Trevor through our Zoom session so you guys can see a little bit of what is in store for you in Sync Connect. So if you want to join us, the link is in the description box below. We really hope you do.
Us being with BMG basically means we're with the music in our catalog is with everything and everybody everywhere for the most part, right? Like, because they just like all the majors, they have all the same clients, right? Like every like APM, Warner, Universal, BMG, they all basically have this more or less the same client list, about 80%, right? And so that basically landed my catalog as being solidified in the library world, right? Then and then that deal happened, and over the 2 years we were kind of funneling a lot of music, and this is where kind of Jesse came in, and we were I was kind of doing stuff with Jesse and the syndicate and all that kind of stuff, just funneling lots of music into the catalog, landing people lots of placements, and now we're kind of evolving into the catalog has its world, and we're kind of evolving into more direct licensing type stuff, like going like not just putting music into a catalog and then hoping for the best, but we're kind of evolving into a more direct. I'm going directly to shows and networks and all that kind of stuff to get people's music placed so that there's enough to go around everywhere. Because something that I realized is that music is is everywhere, and we tend to forget, right? We forget, like we think of TV music as like, oh, it's a theme or it's like a score or whatever, but like music is everywhere. It's in the background of where you're shopping for shoes. It's in the background of a TV commercial. Like we forget all the places because it's just there. And so we have been really focused on kind of broadening our company to make sure we get into all of the places that exist. I love this. This is cool. This is very modern. It's funk, which is a genre that is like, it's not super brand new. It's about a year old, but nobody's doing it in TV and film, and that's a good thing for you. If you're the producer and the vocalist, kudos. The vocals are great. The thing, so I'm gonna give you a lot of the positives, and then the negatives aren't really even negatives. They're just things I think you could have done a little bit better.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Good news. All right. I will make sure you guys get connected then, and you guys can talk out how you want to potentially work together. So thanks for the feedback, Trevor. Appreciate that. All right. So what do you think about that one, man?
Yeah, I only have one main note is right in the middle there where it almost goes silent, and you come out of that drop. Um, I would remove what's there and start with. So so can you move your mouse over the like waveform for me? So yeah, so remove that. So the next to it to the right, the next like 8 bars. Nope, go back. Right. No, that one. The little clump. Yep. Remove that. That's just too mellow to come out of a drop like that. I will come out of that drop. I want it to hit. I have that whole first half of the track that's just mellow and mood building. I'm ready for it to hit. I'm done with the down part. I'm ready for it to hit. So you have that little clump there, and then right after that little clump, there's when the synth enters for the first time. I would bring that to happen first, where the synth comes in, the drums start coming in, and then just up and onward from there. I was wondering halfway through because the first half I'm like, all right, this is normal trailer stuff, setting the mood or whatever. But then when those synths and the drums hit, I was like, all right, he knows what he's doing. Like that he could have really messed up at that moment and not succeeded in kind of hitting the tone, and he didn't. Like that synth, those distorted synths, the big percussion, the drum beats, all that stuff was perfect for the kind of hip hop trailer stuff.
Very cool. All right. I'll connect you guys too right after we're done with this one. Is this something that you'd want to work with? You feel like it's not quite ready for your library yet? Where does this one sit for you?
Yeah, I would want to. I'd want to hear some before kind of really considering. I'd want to hear some of the stuff that I said kind of improve, because I think if you can do a bunch of these like kind of creative singer songwriter, a little bit weird tracks, yes, I would love them. But currently, like I'd have to go through and really pinpoint and spend time helping you fix a lot of that stuff so that it's not as messy. Which if you keep working on it and stuff, yeah, I would love to get stuff like this. It's like maybe 70-75% there, and it needs to be like in the 90 range for me to come in and be like, all right, let's finish this together. Let's really, so
Okay, awesome. So I'll go ahead and make sure you guys get connected as well if you guys want to talk about that. We're going to now go through all the questions. We're going to kind of do a rapid fire because I know we're coming to the end of the hour here. Before we do that, though, if anybody after watching this Zoom session wants to directly pitch music to you, what email should they use? What method should they use to do that?